caressing lonely self, becoming numb skin. Twisted chaos of soul, reconnecting to stray ends, flowing warm streams, discovering new hope, renewing lost directions. Thank you.
So this is, at first it's a little bit of a negative poem, but then at the end it somewhat becomes more positive. So here's the poem. She always has to dodge everything because everyone's a bullet. Everyone's so rude and crazy, so she and them get into it. She only attracts the people who are insane. She has poor judgment, so she's always around those who are not humane. She's always around these people who try to make her feel like the worst. Sometimes making it like she's a bad person, claiming that she was mean to them first. She's never someone's first option, but always the very last. There's no distraction from her, so the present is always the past. When she thinks things would go well, it never lasts. When no one's there, people look her way, but they never want to hear her, so she has nothing to say. Then when they look at something else, they brush her off, and that's how they be. She feels as though I lost my words. Sorry. She feels as though she's taken for granted, but people don't see. There's always better people for them to hear. The isolation really hurts and it helps build her fear. No one is willing to understand but assume the worst instead. She feels so bad that her happiness is dead. She feels worthless. No one ever takes her word. Nothing she says is important. There's no time for her ideas to be heard. She constantly feels worthless. She sometimes wishes to fly away like a bird, grow her wings, soar through the sky, feel the wind, leave her issues, leave her misery behind and reach the very end. Compared to others, she doesn't feel like a human being. Everywhere she turns, the worst is what she's seeing. She gets told to get better instead of being understood. People don't empathize other people when they really should. No one ever listens to her. No one thinks she can be the best. Sometimes she feels like she's better off at West. Her family loves her, but she feels like a loser in their eyes. She feels so depressed she's no longer bright like the stars in the skies. But she's still here, she's still walking, she's still thriving. Also put to silent, but she's still talking. She's waiting for things to get better, so she's still thriving. She may not be doing worse than people, but she's still crying. She's constantly falling apart, but she's still trying, pushing through this misery, and she's still surviving. The things she goes through makes her feel like she's in the wrong, but it builds her strength. Despite being in pain, making her feel more strong. She wishes things could change overnight, but sometimes you gotta wait and hang on tight. And one day things will go well and things will be alright. She's still messing up, making mistakes, but she'll get better no matter how long it takes. Pushing through mistakes helps her learn. She sees people living their best life, so she's working her way up for that to be her turn. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
not see where this goes. So, y'all might hear something I haven't heard yet either by the end of this. But the title is Smile. I have a smile on my face when I sleep. It's so normal that it comes naturally. Like staying dressed with hair and makeup on just in case someone stops by the house ready. I have a smile on my face when I speak. It is what I am known for. Wherever we meet, hospitality to the stranger, the member, the neighbor. I have a smile on my face when I eat. Fewer and fewer bites to the point that my smile consumes the meat of me. I have a smile on my face. I have a smile on my face. I wonder what sleeping and speaking and eating would be like if the smile was inside rather than outside.
You always have a smile on your face.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, beloveds, we're going to transition just a little bit because it is that time. Unless somebody wants to get adventurous up here. Fair enough. For our feature poet of the evening, give us just a moment. I'll grab my computer and we can kind of skip this if you want, which is good. Michael, how's the camera for you? Okay, you want to see? So for this evening, we're going to start off with a little video, and I think that's a great start to then introducing yourself and sharing a little bit to get us into your works this evening. All right?
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a peachy blessed night. I hope your day was great also. Tonight, I'm going to be reading mostly from my upcoming book. It's a second edition, and it actually has some extra poems inside of it. Due to unforeseeable things going on with the publisher, I don't have my book yet. But due to the fact that I am going to be incapacitated with my new hip for a little while, I'm going to launch it in the spring. This book is my truth in motion. It's a journey through the valleys, it's a journey through the mountaintops. The book is entitled Pieces of Anjie. Pieces of Anjie, Poetry from My Soul. Pieces of Anjie, it was written for everyone, especially those that have had to smile through the storm, who's ever searched for light in darkness, or needed to be reminded that broken pieces can still be beautiful. Each poem carries a piece of my story, a whisper of my pain, a spark of truth, and a song of resilience. I hope tonight that my poetry is not just words, but it's a healing, it's a ministry, it's life spoken out loud. I hope that the verses that I read to you today, I hope when I share them, they're more than just words in a book, but I hope it'll become a gift from my soul. And my first section of my book is called Love. My first two poems are my definition of love. This poem I wrote back when I got married, and which is in 2013, and it was dedicated to my husband. It's called Hugs and Kisses. You are the love of my life, my knight in shining armor, my protector. You make me smile when I'm blue. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. I'm glad I waited all these years for God to place you in my life, man of God. I look back at all those things I could have been doing and all the places I could have gone, but none of them would have brought us together. Let's make it last, loving man of mine. What God has put together, let no man put apart. Hugs and kisses, love of my life. And it's in my book, and it is considered as a dedication to my husband. This one is truly my definition of love. It's entitled Love Is. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It's not proud. We are the wind beneath each other's wings. It does not dishonor each other. It is not self-centered. That is why we will always be one. It is not easy. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Forgiveness keeps the love going strong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. Love is the brick that keeps us anchored in each other. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perceives. Love never fails. Many things will pass away, but our love will always prevail. And my next section is called Family Love. Okay, I'm really big on family. And even though my family is not super big, I still believe in family. And the first one I wrote, and it's dedicated to my awesome 6 grandkids. You stand tall, shoulders back, waiting for what comes your way. You show no fear. You stand tall, feet planted firm, waiting for all Satan has to throw your way. You show no fear. You stand tall, full coat of armor on, waiting for anything not of God, ready to strike, cause you know God's got you. You show no fear. And that's 2 of my grandbabies right there. And this poem I wrote about my dad. I lost my dad in 2004. And somehow you just never figure that your parents won't be there. So I wrote this. What you mean to me, forever rescuing me, you're my hero. Always there to protect me, thank you. Together we've had so much fun, I miss you. Hope, happiness, and humility was your motto. Every day I think of all you've done for me, remembering days past, comfort me. Since you've been gone, I appreciate you more. Dad, you're the best. Awesome is the only word to describe you. You will forever live in my heart. And this one is about my grandma, my mom's mother. She died in 2007. And yeah, I was a spoiled grandchild. It's entitled Roots and Remedies. In the fertile grounds where the sun lay, where the bees buzz and the butterflies dance, you always grew men. It was your peace tea, the tea that made all our unrest become rest. While collards lay lazily next to rosemary, arms open wide, welcoming the morning sun, soaking up the dew. Rosemary, beautiful, tall, in full bloom, look into the heavens, remember our sorrows so we can forgive. Sage shows off its positive emotions. Each length of smoke erases the negative. Each curl of smoke around the room cleanses my soul. As I sit out back, looking over the garden that you built, sipping ginger, I think of all the roots of the past. For every root you planted, you gave us a legacy that can cleanse, heal, and remind us. You left us great footprints to follow, and I'm stepping into them exactly as you left them. This one I wrote for my mom, who's sitting right there, and God has blessed me because the 26th of this month, she will be 93 years old. Yeah, I told you age, I'm sorry. Mom, I love you. I can see the twinkle stars in your eyes. I can feel the warmth of the sun in your smile. I can hear the calmness of the wind in your voice. Mom, I love you. I remember you making all my pain go away with your kisses. I remember how safe I felt when you hugged me. I remember the Bible stories you told me. Mom, I love you. I've not always acted like the child you raised. I've not always showed you my love, but you've always been the light of my life. Mom, I love you. When I'm down, you love me. When I'm up, you love me. You're my friend through thick and thin. Mom, thank you for loving me. And trust me, I was not always the child that she wanted. I think I gave her a run for her money. The next section is the inspiration. And this one I wrote during Women's History Month because I felt like women needed to know their worth. It's called Her Story. As we peruse the pages of history, his story is always told. The strength and courage of her story never seems to unfold. From times past to present, we see how we have woven the tapestry, unveiling the unsung and the untold. With strength and courage, we make it clear, our voice, everyone must hear. Shadows of women warriors dance in the past, yet our present will be felt at last. Women like Rosalind Franklin gave DNA new meaning. Now we can see who our ancestors could really be. With their knack for numbers, Dorothy Bunn and Katherine Johnson helped make the world a space, an accessible place. Josephine Baker, beautiful and talented, men would melt when she sang with her silky voice. Their country's secrets would pop out without a choice. Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, first African-American Supreme Court Justice, a uniquely historical mocha woman who would never let the law make us helpless. This month was set aside to let everyone know we are defying norms and paving new paths. So as you go through your day, never forget, women are still breaking glass ceilings, leaving no ceiling unbroken. This one is called Purpose. And I was sitting down one day, and I don't know, I just had a thought, maybe somebody needed to hear this. It's called Purpose. When the sun shines, the wind is warm and happy. When the wind blows, the world is wrapped in a blanket of peace. The rose blooms, the world opens up singing with glee. The bees sing melodiously, the world is covered in sweet nectar. The sun sets, the world is blanketed in a beautiful glow. All things have a purpose. We must look past what we see. We must look in our hearts. If only we listen, the whispers will inspire us. The words will always sustain us. This one, it was a lady at work. I used to work at TSU. I'm happily retired now. And she would always, when you asked her how she was, she would always say, Peachy Blessed. So I wrote this poem and gave it to her. It's called Peachy Blessed Day. When I wake up in the morning and smell the honeysuckle as it creeps gently across the meadow, I know that God's angel, mercy, tenderly touched me once again. Lovingly and gently, he woke me up. It's going to be a peachy blessed day. When I hear the rhythmic thump of the rain on the old tin roof and see the monstrous winds tossing huge trees to and fro all around me, I know that God's angel goodness has once again protected me. It's gonna be a peachy blessed day. When life's walls start closing in around me and Satan is knocking at every door and climbing through the windows too, I know that God's angel peace has once again comforted me. It's gonna be a peachy blessed day. I know God has brought me to the mountain. He will guide me through the mountain. I know that nothing is impossible for my God. I know that God has worked out all my problems while I'm still thinking about them. I know that he is an awesome God, and that is why it is always going to be a peachy blessed day. And I do have a fun side, and that's what this section is called. Okay, I was in church one day, and the preacher was talking about how your tongue can speak life and death. So me being the little sweet person that I am, and my twisted mind without working, this poem is a dramatization of Proverbs 18:21. It's called The Tongue and Me. Woke up one morning and the tongue was mad. Don't know why, but it was bad. Could have been something that happened yesterday, could have been a week or so ago. One thing for sure, the tongue was cutthroat, chainsaw, wood chipper mad. She started slashing with a double-edged sword. Switch right, switch left. Heads rolled everywhere. Up here around the corner, the house was destroyed. It's now a house divided, split in half and split some more. It was Humpty Dumpty broke. Tom just looked and walked away. She knew there was nothing she could do or say. I asked her why. She simply said, I got out of control and lost my head. I know it's not exactly what the pastor intended, but that was my rendition. And I actually wrote it while I was in church and he was preaching. This one, I don't know, I was just having a lazy day. It's called Cool Breeze Flowing Through the Trees. Leisurely strolling, absorbing the vast array of hues, the crimsons, bricks, rose, tangerines, shades of violet, inhaling delicious aroma of flowers, lingering on the forest floor, captivating smells of the stargazer lilies, the delicate smell of the primrose, the sweet smell of the honeysuckle wrapped centered around my head like a Christmas wreath, each fragrance playing and dancing with the atmosphere. The melodious harmony of the forest families at play and work. Papa squirrel busy gathering nuts. Mama squirrel tentatively watching the twins. The forest is alive, getting ready for their fall winter's nap. The waterfalls, glassy water filled with prisms, gently bounce and splash as it dazzles across the rocks gently. The lily pads and the lotus blossoms lay lazily on the water surface, enjoying an afternoon chat. The hot air balloons hang in the air like chandeliers. They look like droplets of rainbow-colored ink, slowly glide down the walls of the sky. The cool wind whispers sweet nothings in my ear, tenderly telling me autumn is here. And this poem is a dedication poem. And it's a dedication poem to you. It's called Beloved Woman of God. Beloved, let us love one another. You spread joy through your love for your fellow man. Beloved, for God so loved the world, he gave his only son. You follow his footsteps through yourself, surrender to your calling. Beloved woman of God, you are the servant he has chosen because he loves you. Beloved, just as he loves you, you love him, you keep his commandments. Beloved, you lift your voice to praise your heavenly Father. With a voice so soft and sweet, you serenade the angels. You even make Satan sit still and listen. Beloved Linda, you are clothed with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Beloved, virtuous woman of God, you are his chosen, beloved child. You are at peace with me, so you can keep it. My last poem is dedicated to you guys. It's called God's Rose. God created the rose to make the sun shine brighter, to make the rain smell sweeter, to make a smile face happier. He created the rose in many colors, colors that brave the darkest night, colors that warm the coolest days. God created the rose while sitting in heaven. He created the rose to remind us of the same. He created the rose for wonderful friends like you. Thanks, guys, from my soul to yours. May you find your own pieces. Thanks, everyone. And there's a hand in the corner. I do sign cards.
So such a gift. Oh my goodness. Now y'all may not know if you haven't gotten emails from me and talked to me enough times. I have a tradition or a habit or a manner of speak that I pretty much always offer the first email, if not every email of the day with me, if you've got multiple. Greetings, beloved, at the very beginning. And it's just such a habit now.
You always use that word, always, and it just stayed with me, so I decided to,
Aw, I don't even know why I started, but now I'm super glad. Thank you. Well, friends, that is Poets Corner. This is what we do once a month, and anytime you want to come and participate, do follow us at scarrittbennett.org/events to see what's going on, including when these events are posted, as well as many others. As we live out our 4 tenets of women's empowerment, transformative education, spiritual enrichment, and racial justice. We do that work because that is how we live out our mission, creating space where individuals and groups engage each other to achieve a more just world here at Scarritt Bennett Center. So thank you for being a part of that work by your presence, and for all of our church or religious folks and your prayers and your gifts, should you want to support us in any kind of way that really resonates with your heart and mind. In your service and presence, we have opportunities to host, doing what I'm doing here at Poets Corner, as well as to lead book study conversations or book clubs. We have a book club here that meets regularly, or just to be present and a part of us being able to offer things. We're not a church, we're a community connecting point. And so if you want to be a part of that community and help us live out our mission, you are more than welcome. Do reach out, and you can connect with us again at scarrittbennett.org. Thank you again. Go in peace until we meet again. Blessings.